The night felt quieter than usual, as if Hollywood itself had paused to listen. Under the dim Santa Monica sky, one of its oldest lights flickered out. June Lockhart, the woman who once defined warmth, dignity, and adventure, had taken her final bow. She was 100 years old, and even in her last moments, grace never left her. Her daughter and granddaughter sat beside her, holding her hands, as the glow of a century faded gently into peace. For millions who grew up watching Lassie or Lost in Space, it felt like a piece of America's heart had stopped beating. But who was June Lockhart, really? Because behind the calm, motherly smile that comforted generations lived a woman who broke every rule Hollywood set for her. She was born into show business before she even knew what applause meant. In 1925 New York, a baby girl arrived to two working actors, Jean and Kathleen Lockhart. Her lullabies weren't songs but rehearsed lines. Her bedtime stories weren't fairy tales but scripts lying open on dressing tables. By 8, she was standing beneath the chandeliers of the Metropolitan Opera, performing in Peter Ibbotson with a poise that made adults stop and stare. Then came 1938, A Christmas Carol, the film that sealed her fate. MGM cast her entire family together. Her father as Bob Cratchit, her mother as Mrs. Cratchit, and little June as one of their daughters. Her first line? I know, sausages. It became a family joke that lasted decades, a reminder that everything great she ever achieved began not with fame, but with love and laughter. From that moment, destiny never let her go. By her teens, she was sharing sets with Hollywood's giants. All This and Heaven 2 with Bette Davis, Sergeant York, Meet Me in St. Louis. She wasn't just surviving in Hollywood's golden age, she was thriving inside it. Directors called her effortless, but the truth was endurance. She studied every script, rehearsed until midnight, then started again at dawn. Fame wasn't her addiction, mastery was. And when she'd conquered film, she looked for a new mountain to climb. That mountain was Broadway. In 1947, she starred in For Love or Money and walked away with a Tony Award for Best Newcomer. That wasn't luck. It was the moment she officially crossed the line from child star to true artist. "Theater's the hardest," she once said. "It's night after night after night." No filters, no retakes, only raw performance. She loved it because it demanded honesty. But just when most actors would have settled into the comfort of reputation, June Lockhart jumped again, this time into the flickering glow of television, a brand new frontier no one fully understood. In 1958, Lassie brought her into every living room in America. As Ruth Martin, the gentle but resilient farm mother, she embodied decency in a world that was rapidly changing. She earned 2 Emmy nominations, but her real reward was connection. Co-star John Provost, who played Timmy, once said, "My own mother might forget my birthday, but June never does." That line said everything. She wasn't acting like a mother. She was one to everyone around her. Yet even that role couldn't define her for long. In 1965, she traded the barn for a spaceship. Lost in Space turned June Lockhart into something completely new. The calm commander of chaos, a mother guiding her family through meteors and alien worlds. It was the same Grace, just seen through a futuristic lens. Decades later, she'd laugh about it. Nobody ever said Lassie made them want to be farmers, but Lost in Space made them want to be scientists. 60 years later, her voice returned in Netflix's revival, a soft echo reminding viewers that she was still watching over the Robinsons, and maybe still watching over us. Off camera, June was nothing like the tranquil characters she played. She was fearless, mischievous, and insatiably curious. She drove army tanks for fun, flew gliders with no engines, soared in hot air balloons, and loved loud rock and roll. Her favorite show? Not Lassie, not Lost in Space. It was Ren and Stimpy, that chaotic cartoon that no one expected the queen of wholesome TV to adore. That contrast made her unforgettable. Elegance wrapped around rebellion. She appeared in over 150 films and TV shows. From Murder, she wrote to Grey's Anatomy. Never chasing fame, only the thrill of surprising people. And even as Hollywood changed around her, June Lockhart kept looking upward. Literally. Her fascination with space turned into real collaboration. From the 1970s on, she worked with NASA, visited research centers, and attended shuttle launches. In 2014, NASA awarded her the Exceptional Public Achievement Medal, one of its highest civilian honors. "I've been to 2 shuttle launches," she said proudly. No other actress has received this. For her, it wasn't about prestige. It was about passion, the same curiosity that had carried her from black and white reels to digital galaxies. But June's hunger for understanding didn't stop at the stars. In 1948, she met President Harry Truman and asked him what it was like to sit in the Oval Office. He chuckled and said, "It's just like being in jail." That answer fascinated her, not because it was cynical, but because it revealed the humanity behind power. Years later, President Eisenhower's press secretary gave her a lifetime White House press pass, and for the next 47 years, June attended press briefings. The same woman who played America's favorite mom, sitting quietly in the back, taking notes on policy. While other stars chased gossip, she chased understanding. When her century finally came full circle, it ended as beautifully as it began. On October 23rd at 9:20 p.m., June Lockhart passed away in Santa Monica, surrounded by family and peace. Her loved ones ask that instead of flowers, fans donate to causes she cherished: creativity, truth, compassion. A career that lasted nearly the lifespan of television itself had finally gone dark, but her glow remained. She taught audiences that kindness could be powerful, that intelligence could be glamorous, and that curiosity keeps the soul young. June Lockhart didn't just survive Hollywood's eras, she connected them. From the flicker of black and white film to the infinite glow of streaming screens, her presence reminded us that storytelling is timeless. She was the mother who taught us courage, the explorer who made us dream, and the woman who proved that grace never grows old. What's your first memory of seeing her on screen? Tell us below, and keep her legacy alive with one more click, one more story, and one more spark of wonder.